Hello everyone, I am Apurva Kapadia, student at Manipal Institute of Technology. Today I will be discussing air and air pollution from the chapter Natural Resources from class 9th NCERT textbook. The breath of life, air. We know that air is a mixture of many gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Nitrogen constitutes for 78% of the composition of air. Oxygen constitutes for 21% and carbon dioxide, water vapor and other gases constitute for 1%. Eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. What is the difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells? Eukaryotic cells are those cells which contain the nucleus, whereas prokaryotic cells do not contain the nucleus. So all these cells they require oxygen to break the glucose molecules and to get energy, which results in the production of carbon dioxide. Another process in which oxygen is consumed and which leads to production of carbon dioxide is combustion. Combustion is not only caused by many human activities like burning of the fuels, but it is also caused by many natural activities like forest fires. So as we have seen, carbon dioxide is produced because of many human activities and because of many natural activities. But still, why is it present in very less amounts in our atmosphere? The reason to that is that the carbon in the atmosphere gets fixed. So how does it get fixed? Green plants convert carbon dioxide into glucose, which is stored in the plant and then it is used as the food. So carbon dioxide gets used up and oxygen is released into the air. Another way in which carbon is fixed is that marine animals use dissolved carbonates in seawater to make their shells. The role of atmosphere in climate control. As we can see in the image, there are different layers of atmosphere ranging from troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. We know that atmosphere covers the earth like a blanket. Also, air is a bad conductor of heat. Atmosphere is also responsible to keep the average temperature of earth fairly steady during the year. Atmosphere prevents the sudden increase in temperature during the daylight hours, and during the night it slows down the escape of heat into outer space. The movement of air, winds. Water vapor is formed due to heating of water bodies and the activities of living organisms. So as the air warms, it becomes less dense and the warm air rises. The air gets colder as you get higher into the atmosphere, and then the air gets densed. So the cold dense air again sinks down. On being heated, conventional currents are set up in the air. When the air is heated by radiation from the heated land or water, it rises. In coastal areas, during the day, the air above the land gets heated faster and starts to rise. As the air goes higher in the atmosphere, it starts to cool and get more dense. So the cool air sinks, and the movement of air from one region to another creates winds. During the day, the direction of the wind would be from sea to land. But at night, both the land and sea starts to cool. Since water cools down slower than the land, the air above water is warmer than the air above the land. So the warm air above water rises and the cool air over the land descends, and this creates the land breeze. So all the movements of air resulting in diverse atmospheric phenomena are caused by uneven heating of atmosphere in different regions of the earth. Other factors that influence the winds are the rotation of earth and the presence of mountain ranges in the path of winds. Rain. When the water bodies are heated during the day, the large amount of water vapor goes into the air. So the hot air rises up, carrying the water vapor with it. Some of the water vapor also gets into the atmosphere. We know that as the air rises, it cools down. This cooling causes the water vapor in the air to condense in the form of tiny droplets. Once the droplets are formed, they grow bigger by condensation of the water droplets. When they are big and heavy, they fall down in the form of rain. Sometimes when the temperature of air is low enough, precipitation may occur in the form of snow, sleet or ball. Rainfall patterns are decided by the prevailing wind patterns. In large part of India, rains are mostly brought by the southwest or northeast monsoons. Also, depressions in the Bay of Bengal have caused rains in some areas. Air and air pollution. The fossil fuels that we use regularly in industries, cars, and for other human activities, like coal and petroleum, contain small amounts of nitrogen and sulfur. When these fuels are burnt, nitrogen and sulfur are too burnt, and this produces many different oxides of these two compounds. Not only the inhalation of these oxides is dangerous, but they also dissolve in rain to give rise to acid rain. The combustion of fossil fuels also increases the amount of suspended particles in the air. These suspended particles could be unburnt carbon particles or substances which are known as hydrocarbons. Presence of high levels of all these pollutants cause visibility to be lowered, especially in cold weather when water also condenses out of air. This is known as smog and is a visible indication of air pollution. Studies have shown that regular breathing of polluted air increases the incidence of allergies, cancer, and heart diseases. An increase in content of these harmful substances in the air is known as air pollution. Have you ever thought? Eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells produce carbon dioxide. Also, processes like combustion, forest fires, etc. produce carbon dioxide. Then why is the percentage of carbon dioxide less in our atmosphere? Second question. We know that moon is nearly about the same distance as the earth from the sun. Then why does the temperature on moon range from minus 190 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius? Third question. How is the quality of air affected and how does this change in quality of air affect us and other life forms? Question 4. What causes winds? Question 5. How are clouds formed? So here are some of the questions. Question 1. What is the composition of air? Question 2. How much percentage of atmosphere does carbon dioxide constitute for planets like Venus and Mars? Question 3. Explain how is carbon dioxide fixed? Question 4. Explain the role of atmosphere in climate control. Question 5. Mention the factors that influence the winds. Question 6. List any 5 human activities that lead to air pollution.